LEGO revealed 3 Lord of the Rings products today, where we have a new Shire set, a LEGO Smeagol and Deagol promo with that Shire set from the 2nd of April to the 8th of April if you purchase it at LEGO stores and shop at home. And then a Minifigure Factory promo where they've made Minifigure Factory on the LEGO website, but you could also do it in some LEGO stores. And this has little references to what's depicted in the Shire set, which I've wanted a new LEGO bag end set forever. The original one from 2012 is hands down one of my favorite LEGO sets of all time. That one's tied to the first Hobbit movie. This one's tied to the first Lord of the Rings movie. But my gosh, am I disappointed at how this turned out. Because you see, now we know 2 things. That rumored $200 price is incorrect. And it was actually $270 in the United States, which is ridiculous if you ask me. And the second thing is the interior just feels so lackluster, especially considering the price. I feel like I didn't make it clear, but this set releases April 2nd to LEGO insiders at LEGO stores and shop at home, and April 5th to everybody else. So let's tackle that pricing issue. Yeah, if you're a price per piece ratio person, this is 2,017 pieces for $270, which is really bad. I mean, look at Rivendell. That was a total of $500, which was a lot, but that had 6,167 pieces and felt well worth the $500 price tag in the size of its build. Baradur had a total of 5,471 pieces for $460. Still a good price per piece ratio, and yeah, that is the size of a $460 set. Like, the most you could charge for all of this is $220 tops, but no, $270 is the price tag we're going with. The interior comes off very small and lackluster. It feels crowded and comes off just a little bit bigger than the original bag end set from 2012. The entrance is fine. I like the printed carpet. There's a chest, including the one ring in this picture. The candles are interesting where I'm like, oh, that's really cool. It's kind of like melted wax for those pen pieces. But then they just use that for like every single candle. It starts to look a little bit repetitive where it's like, okay, are these just like a specific pattern of candle design? I get the intention, but it doesn't work for me. The right side with the fireplace has a design for another carpet pattern on the floor in green. There's a small table to eat at, which has a map sticker. Just compare that to how big the table was in the 2012 version. And then we also have 2 stickers for these portraits right here, which are pretty neat. The fireplace isn't the most unique build, but it does have a really fun play feature relevant to the movie, where you have that envelope containing the one ring, and you could have it burnt by switching the side right there. And yeah, the one ring is revealed. That's awesome to recreate that scene. I always say it, but I'm not a fan of stickers, so I am a little bit annoyed that the envelope is a sticker design when there's so many printed envelopes, but I mean, this is accurate with the bird marks. And the last section would be the room where Bilbo writes. The book has a stickered front, which you could see an off color for the red sticker base, which is annoying. At the right, there's this picture frame, which is a sticker as well. Notice how there's this really nice macaroni tile piece, and you get that quite a bit throughout the set, which is a new print. There's also a little stickered piece to the left of the book right there, which I'm still trying to distinguish what that is, and of course a quill to the right. I like the little seat that they have going on. Notice how this set has the sitting configuration for the hobbits like they did in the Rivendell set. And inside the book, we have a sticker for the there and back again writing. That's cool. I mean, the 2012 version was just a single room, but it did capture stuff like the kitchen table in so much more detail, as well as including stuff like the writing station. I don't know, this just feels like so little for that price. I have seen some people roasting the exterior, and while I would like probably a mix of greens here, really the only mix of greens we get are slight moments where you can see some dark green in this shrubbery and then that tree at the top. I do love the shaping of the hobbit hole. I love the curved pieces they use, which is an interesting take to have those different grass levels on the exterior compared to the movie. I do wish there was maybe a little bit more shrubbery to represent grass for the exterior, where the design of this almost feels a bit too sharp in its angles. Like, we need the foliage equivalent of greebling here. The design of these flowers at the front are really cute. I like the use of the boomerang piece for the fencing here. You can see how there is a little sign with the no admittance, which is a sticker. Again, you can see that slight shade difference in the brown. The front door, again, uses this really nice new macaroni tile piece. I do like how that opens, and I like the use of that microphone piece. You can see the left side has some nice window replications. There's also some little hedges to trim. There's a design at the top for a clothes rack. We have a little bird as well. And again, a tree at the very top. So I don't really mind the exterior of this build, though like I said, the ground levels should have a little bit more grass designs to them, which you do get those grass textures, but in this tree right here, which I think looks really ugly, it doesn't really look as good as the tree at the top of the bag end build. The design of this just feels like it's something that is a little bit under textured at the trunk, but then over textured at the branches. It doesn't work for me. I do like the little happy birthday Bilbo Baggins cloth piece right here. The design of this being a little play feature where you can have Bilbo appear behind the barrels is kind of fun. There's also a tent at the back for the fireworks incident. We'll get to the minifigures later, and you can see a platform with the cake at the very front. I don't like these little disconnected sections of just very small circular plates to replicate different parts. Like, yeah, this tent over here isn't even connected to that plate there. It feels very half-assed if you ask me. The replication of the firework dragon is fine with these clearer images. I do wish the middle section was more transparent, and it oddly reminds me of this one Lego Ninjago polybag. And Gandalf's horse and carriage is about the same size as that original 2012 set that I really love. This one is a little bit sleeker, so yeah, I guess that is an improvement. And I do like seeing the sitting down Gandalf legs there with that sloped piece. If there's one part that doesn't feel lackluster, it's the minifigures. I actually really love the selection of minifigures in this set. Gandalf looks about the same as the last one we got from Rivendell, except there's seemingly a new face print for Gandalf. Farmer Proudfoot is a completely new addition to the LEGO Lord of the Rings minifigures. The design of this really only has a new torso print, which I like. While I don't really care for the character, Miss Proudfoot might be my favorite minifigure of the set because she introduces a new skirt piece. That is so useful. I can't wait to see that in different colors. New torso print from my understanding. I'm not sure if the face print is new. I love the hair piece they use, which is an uncommon hair piece. It's the one that Belle uses. The set has a new Bilbo Baggins variant, which has a new torso print. I think the face print is new as well. I also love the new Frodo with a new face print in torso print. Pippin uses his Rivendell face, but has a new torso print. Merry uses the same face print from Rivendell, but with a new torso print. Samwise uses the same face print that he uses in those last two Lord of the Rings sets that he's appeared in the last 2 years. The design of the torso might be new. And I love seeing his girlfriend there, who has a very pretty dress. Also, that skirt piece for the first time in a dark blue, which is so welcome. And again, while it's not in that minifigure lineup picture, we do get a new Merry and Pippin design for not only their faces, but a new recolor of Kai's movie hair. So in summary, while I was really hyped for this bag end set, it just feels like it's so undersized and underdeveloped for that $270 price. I don't really like how small and disconnected the side builds are, even if they build a bigger scene when you have them all together. The exterior of the Shire feels a little bit under-detailed, but I still like the overall shaping. That interior just feels super undersized. Moving on from bag end, let's talk about the Smeagol Deagol giveaway promo. In my opinion, this is a step up from last year's giveaway promo with Barad-dûr. The design of this is such an iconic scene to such an iconic movie. I mean, it's one of the best openings out there for a movie that won Best Picture. The frustrating part is how this will only be available from a small window of purchasing this set. Again, the 2nd of April to the 8th of April, if you buy this at LEGO stores and shop at home. This will probably sell out early like other giveaway promos like this set have sold out before. And then it's going to go for hundreds of dollars on eBay. LEGO, just put this out as a $20 set. I would buy this in a heartbeat. I'm not going to rush out and buy the bag end set in a heartbeat. Who knows if I'll ever get it. This is something that just feels so frustrating, and I really wish LEGO would stop such desired builds as giveaway promos. This is a very violent scene, so it's interesting LEGO put this out. The two exclusive pieces of the set are seemingly the face prints, which, yeah, for Deagol, we have a holding breath face, which does have an alternate expression as well before they go underwater. And the same goes with Smeagol, where you have a regular face and then a pretty menacing face right there. And I love those details. So you can't really recreate this for cheap if you want to have those two minifigures to a key. Again, just put this on store shelves, LEGO. Other than that, the rest of the build is using simple pieces. And it's one of the few times where a LEGO diorama has an overwater and underwater design. It's a very simple set, but I really love the scene it captures, and I love this as a little display piece, which illustrates so much without having such elaborate builds or anything like that. So yeah, frustrating that I won't be able to get this. Then finally, we have the Minifigure Factory set. Again, this is something that's at LEGO stores where you can make your own minifigure with exclusive torso prints and such. I've covered it in other videos before. And what they're doing is they're adding some LEGO Lord of the Rings style text to some of these. You got Bilbo's 111th party, no admittance, which was the sign at the Shire. So that's a lot of fun. And it's not like a huge deal or anything like that, but at least that's something that will be accessible for $12 in the United States. So the stars of all these reveals are the LEGO minifigures, where I just love these Hobbit minifigures all around, and LEGO outdid themselves in those designs. But again, it's disappointing to see not only the limited availability of this giveaway promo, but the price of the Shire and how superficial a lot of it is in its build. I mean, I was sold when it leaked, but now I'm unsold from buying this set. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, just be polite. Subscribe here for more honest LEGO takes, and I'll see you later. Peace out.